Today, I want to talk about something many of us struggle with more than we realize: giving ourselves grace. We are far more patient with others than we are with ourselves. Isn't that the truth? We give people room to grow, space to fail, and time to heal. But when it comes to our own lives, we replay mistakes, second guess decisions, and hold ourselves to impossible standards. We speak to ourselves in ways that we would never speak to someone that we love. Scripture paints a very different picture of how God relates to us. Lamentations 3 verses 22 through 23 says, "The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness." Notice what the passage doesn't say. It does not say God's mercy is only new when you get everything right. It doesn't say his compassion depends on how productive or strong or put together you feel today. His mercy is new each and every mornings, even on the days that you wake up tired, the days you wake up anxious, or the days you wake up when you feel just disappointed in yourself. Giving yourself grace does not mean that you're ignoring responsibility. It doesn't mean that you're avoiding growth. Grace is not pretending that things don't matter. Grace is remembering that growth is a part of the process. That God is committed to your transformation. Philippians 1:6 reminds us of this truth. And it says this: "I am sure of this, that he who began a good work in you will bring it to completion at the day of Jesus Christ." God's not surprised by how long the process takes. He's not frustrated by your learning curve. If he began the work, he will finish it. Your job is not to rush the outcome, but to remain faithful in the middle of it. Many of us carry a quiet belief that God's disappointed in us. We imagine him shaking his head, waiting for us to get it together. But scripture consistently shows that God is gentle and patient and compassionate. Psalm 103, 13 and 14 says, "As a father shows compassion to his children, so the Lord shows compassion to those who fear him. For he knows our frame. He remembers that we are dust." You know, God knows your limits. He knows your wounds. He remembers your humanity. When you're exhausted or overwhelmed or discouraged, He does not demand more from you. He meets you right where you are. The Apostle Paul learned this firsthand after pleading with God to remove a thorn in his life. He received this response from the Lord in 2 Corinthians 12:9. "But he said to me, 'My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in your weakness.'" God's grace does not wait for strength. It shows up precisely where you feel weak. When you stop trying to be perfect and instead trust his grace, his power becomes visible in your life. So today, take a breath. Release the weight that you were never meant to carry alone. Let go of the voice that tells you that you're behind or failing or not enough. Speak to yourself with the same kindness that God speaks over you. Grace does not make you complacent. Grace gives you the courage to keep going. And as you receive God's grace today, allow yourself to extend a portion of that grace inward, trusting that He's still at work, even when you can't see it. You are not finished. You're not forgotten. You're deeply loved.